Hello and welcome to my first video blog post about public speaking. I'm very excited today to finally launch this and get this started. I've been planning it for a very long time, going over my material. Basically today I'm going to give you just an introduction of the 5 P's of public speaking. These are some things that I have discovered along the way in my 35 years of various public speaking engagements and being involved in those kind of things. So I want to talk just briefly about the 5 P's. I'm going to go over them really quickly. I don't want to make these very long. I don't want to make these videos very long. I want to make them short and then just have plenty of them, I guess. But I'll go over quickly the 5 P's and what they are so you can go ahead and get started, because I'm here to help. I'm here to help, and feel free in the comments to ask me any questions and I will get back to you ASAP, just as soon as I can, because that's what I'm here for. This is solely just to help other people to overcome fear and become better at public speaking. And like I said, today I'm just going to go over the 5 P's quickly, and then in the days to come I will take each one and I will devote 1 or 2 videos, how many ever it takes, to really cover each one of those and break them down into detail. But like I said, today is just an introduction about the 5 P's of passionate public speaking, because number 1 P is passion, and that is the number 1 ingredient when it comes to speaking. Now, passion speaks to when you actually deliver your talk, or whenever you deliver your speech, or whenever you stand up to lecture or to train, because public speaking covers so many areas, so many people are involved in it: teachers, lawyers, preachers, pastors, people who speak for a living, corporate trainers, or people who are leaders and have to get their message across and inspire their employees. So the number 1 ingredient when it comes to giving or even preparing your speech, and that is passion. And you want to deliver, yes, your speech with passion, but you want to actually be passionate about your subject matter. So passion speaks to, yes, the delivery of your speech, the delivery of what you're saying, but it also speaks to the subject. Are you passionate about the subject? Now, you may say, well, I have to do this for work. I don't know. Well, I'm telling you that you can find some part of that or some area to become passionate about. Especially when you know your purpose, which is the next P, but I'm jumping ahead. But you can find something to be passionate about, and you can find some way then to relay that passion to the people that you are speaking about, because then you're going to get great results from your speech or from your talk or from your lecture, whatever it is you're doing, whatever area it is. So passion is the number 1 ingredient, and over time and over a period and over the next videos, I'm going to show you how to let that passion come out while you're delivering your speech. And also I'm going to show you some techniques to find the passionate. I'm just doing it for work, and I'm not necessarily my great passion in life, but you can find something about it to be passionate about. Number 2 is your purpose. What is the purpose of your talk? What is the purpose? What is the result that you want to get? You need to get this clear in your mind when it comes to both preparing your speech, preparing your talk, and also in delivering it. What do you want to get your audience? What is the reaction you want to get from them? Do you want them to learn something? If you're a teacher, obviously that's going to be one of your main purposes, is to teach somebody something. Or are you maybe selling something? See, even public speaking is good for selling. Sometimes salespeople have to sell to groups, and then there is public speaking. But this will also apply on one-to-one sales too, because you need to have passion about what you're selling, and then you need to know the purpose. Are you trying to close a sale? Are you just trying to introduce a product to somebody? All of those things you've got to know and have clear in your mind what the purpose of your speech is. I know there were times that I've given speeches and I've raised thousands of dollars for charities, and I love to do that because I only do it for ones that I'm passionate about. So it's really easy to have the passion for that speech. And I've raised thousands of dollars, and I knew that that was the purpose and what I wanted to inspire my audience to do. And there's been times that I've just taught. I've been teaching people, and I wanted them to learn something, and I knew what that purpose was, and I delivered the speech and prepared the speech, or prepared the lesson or whatever it is, with that end result in mind. And I've had great success. I've had people say, I never knew that, and I've learned that. And I see people years later who say, I still remember what you taught us at so and so place. So passion, purpose, and number 3 is plan. Well, obviously you have to actually plan your speech. You have to research your subject matter, and you need to know your subject matter just as well as you can. You need to get in, you don't want to spend, obviously you can get into a situation where there is so much, research, but you've got to get your main points, and you've got to do research, and you got to know your subject just as good as you can. That'll help with the passion. When you begin to understand and know your subject, you have to plan it. And of course, you will do some sort of writing. Now, some people, they write their lectures or speeches or whatever out word for word, and that's fine. I usually go by an outline. I call it the skeleton, and then I put the meat on it. That way I know with the outline that I'm going to get the points that I have to get out there, but it also gives me some leadway to let things come. So your subconscious mind will come up with things. Sometimes they'll be humorous and those types of things, but it'll come up with things and a way to say things that will really engage your audience, because you want to understand that you want to also, you want to deliver with passion, but you also want to be yourself. Me, I'm more animated. I'm a little bit loud. You may be a little bit more laid back, but at the same time, you can still display and show forth your passion when you're giving your speech, and your audience will know, and they will react to that. So we have passion, we have purpose, and we have a plan. And then we have practice. Yes, you need to practice your speech. You need to practice your talk. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that you always have to get up in front of a bunch of family members and give it. Now, that's great if you got people who will listen to you, especially if they'll listen to it over and over again, and then give you, advice and criticism, hopefully constructive criticism. But so that's a great thing. But you can also mentally practice it. You can, see yourself giving the speech, and you can meditate on it and think about it. Think about if you've got an outline, and you've got 3 points, 4 points, 5 points, whatever you've got, and you meditate on each one of them, and you think about the things that you're going to say, and you say those things. You can do that, like I said, visually in your mind too, so it's, no problem there. So you have passion, you have purpose, you have a plan, and of course, you have to practice. Now, the 5th P is one of my favorite, because actually the 5 Ps, we're speaking specifically about public speaking, and that's what this video blog, this whole blog site is about, and that's going to be our focus. But the 5 Ps will go over into any area of your life. They will help you succeed in different areas, in business and relationships. And I'll go into some of that so, we can help them. A lot of people will help you in other areas, because that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you. And I want to do that the best I can. But this program is the 5th P. And now that one really, really will bleed over into your life in a lot of different ways, because you're going to do certain things to program yourself to become a better speaker, to overcome fear. That's one of the biggest things. Some people say that most people would rather die than give a speech, but we're going to get to that where you can overcome that in this video blog. And we're going to do a lot of that's going to be done. That part of it's going to be done through programming. Now, there are lots of techniques for programming. Programming will be, some you will be doing way before you even give a speech, hopefully, if you have time. And then there's going to be some programming things that you do near to your time of giving the speech, and then the actual day, and then hopefully moments before you go on to give your speech. Some programming techniques that I've come across that have just helped me tremendously. And just very quickly, what am I talking about? I'm talking about like what I call passionate declarations, and that's speaking out loud some things. You know, some people talk about affirmations, but to me, affirmation is kind of like, I'm going to give a good speech today, and I feel great. And there's no passion with that. But a passionate declaration says, I know that I can do this. I'm going to give a good speech today. I'm going to do this and that. And we're going to go into some specific words that you can say, but mostly you'll be making up your own words and your own positive, passionate declarations. And that's only one technique. There's other techniques too, and we'll go into those. Like I said, don't have time. This is just an introduction, and I just wanted to get you familiar with what we'll be going over, these 5 P's. And then, like I said, in the days to come, we will devote how many ever videos to each of the 5 points that I talked about that it takes to really get in depth into those subjects. But I'm telling you, I'm really happy about this. I am so glad you came today and watched this video blog. I'm thrilled to get this started because I'm here to help. That's what I want to do with my life and with my own speaking, is to help people, and I enjoy that very, very much. And I just thank you so much for watching this video blog. Please, please come back, and we're going to go over the 5 P's in depth. Several short videos on each one to get you familiar with these and to use these in your own public speaking. Like I said, thank you once again. I'm Mark Stidham, and if you have any questions, put them in the comments below. I will be happy to answer them just as soon as I can, because I'm here to help you, and that's what I want to do. And thank you very much. See you next time.